share with you a story which, oh my gosh, there's so many amazing stories that I've seen that happen on the streets. There was one time we um, we were playing music, right? And there was this one Japanese girl that stood by and she stayed the whole time, watched us until the end. And so after the I think the cops actually came that night. I can't remember fully because it's all mixed up in my head, but I do recall when we had finished, we had to finish early because of something. Maybe the cops did come. She was still there and watching, and we talked to her and invited her to come to our church service during the week, which she showed up. And she looked like a normal Japanese girl, typical Japanese girl. From that moment, she just kept coming to church on a regular basis, almost weekly. Started serving in a cafe and helping out with, the team that we have there. And I would sometimes chat with her, but she's still very quiet. And one day I heard that she finally received Jesus and decided to get baptized. And fast forward, she finally got baptized and she shared her testimony at church, speaking at the front. And she said that that night when she saw us playing on the street, she was actually planning to end her life that night. She was just about to jump on the train track, but she heard some crazy some crazy gaijin playing some happy music, and so she decided to stand and watch what was happening. She said that she saw joy in the people dancing because sometimes we go crazy jumping around and playing music, and she said that she wanted that and she was curious, and then she was so happy when someone talked to her and even invited her to hang out and then invited her to church. She was sharing that. But the crazy thing is this, a bit of backstory. She just came back from New Zealand. The reason why she came to New Zealand was because she was going through depression. And, I think her family suggested her to go there and just get away from Japan to start anew. But it only got worse when she was in New Zealand. While she was there, she was going through all this up and down. In New Zealand, there was a Japanese lady that took care of her. And that Japanese lady was a Christian. But it got really bad to the point where that Japanese lady that was taking care of her suggested her and to her parents for her to come back to Japan. And so she ended up coming to Japan. Now, when she came back here and when we met her, the girl that talked to her that night, she's also from New Zealand. She's half Japanese, half New Zealander, Kiwi, half Kiwi. And they became friends, and she was the one that invited her to church. So that person in our team, who's a half Kiwi, half Japanese, her mom also lives in New Zealand, and she's Japanese. And one night, they were having a phone call, and her mom said that she heard that the girl that was going through depression just got baptized, and this is the name of the church. Guess what? It's the name of our church. And the girl that met her, the girl who was about to commit suicide, was the daughter of the Japanese lady that took care of her when she was still in New Zealand. And when we heard this story, we didn't know how to react, whether to laugh or cry, or we didn't know how to react, but we were just in awe of how God orchestrated this whole thing. And it still amazes me every time I think about that. And for that, I truly believe that street evangelism is such a key here in Japan. Now, I know there's a lot of people that don't like street evangelism, and I get that. There is a place for that, a time and place for that, and um, but I respect the people that do that, and I support them, fully support them. All I can say is that God will use any other form of outreach and evangelism, but when we say yes to Him and go outside of our comfort zone, like going to the streets and playing music or doing street English, it's so amazing to see how God orchestrates His